With Cody Rhodes finishing his story at WrestleMania and becoming the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship, we get to open a new chapter on the Cody Rhodes story and talk about who is the most likely superstar to dethrone Cody Rhodes. And we're going to break a number of superstars down and talk about them all coming up on this episode of Wrestle Digest. But before we get into it, we got to say that 89% of you guys watching these videos aren't subscribed to the channel. So if you're looking for a home, a second home, third home for wrestling content here on YouTube, we're going to be here every day bringing you maybe multiple videos on some days about everything that's happening in the wrestling world. So make sure down below, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss anything. But with that said, let's get right into the main topic of the video today, which is WWE superstars most likely to dethrone Cody Rhodes. And first, we're going to start off here with an honorable mention, which is Carmelo Hayes of NXT. And Brady, Carmelo Hayes has been a guy who I've really loved over on that NXT roster, and it does seem to me with the draft coming up in, was it 3 weeks, that it seems he's going to be drafted from NXT to Monday Night Raw or Friday Night SmackDown. So it seems to me maybe he might be tossed into here, but I don't see it happening immediately. I think if Cody holds on to this title for a long time later on down the road, I think we could see a Carmelo Hayes matchup here.
No doubt. Carmelo Hayes been doing amazing work down in NXT. He's won the NXT title, two-time North American champion. He's great on the mic. He's got the charisma. He's got the ability in the ring. That's why he's an honorable mention, because it's not going to happen right away. But I could definitely see Carmelo Hayes being a top guy in the future.
Yeah, definitely. I think we could see Cody Rhodes' jersey in the rafters, from Carmelo Hayes. I think that feud would just be great if Cody stays face and Carmelo just keeps developing into a great heel like he has on NXT. When he joins the main roster, I think their paths will eventually cross if Cody is still champion during that time. That's like you said, that's why he's honorable mention. This isn't something that's going to happen, tomorrow, but it is something that we should, kind of look into for the future, because I think this could be a great matchup between both of these competitors. But we're going to get into some guys who we think, could do this. And the first one is Randy Orton. And Brady, I know you got a great theory on a Randy Orton-Cody Rhodes match here.
Yeah, there's been that deep-rooted, long-term storytelling involved here. Of course, when Cody Rhodes first started in the business, besides Hardcore Holly, he was paired with Randy Orton alongside Ted DiBiase Jr. to form Legacy. And I mean, this faction was powerful. Orton had the young blood. He was the WWE champion at the time. Prime Randy Orton, some may argue. But it would be super interesting to see Cody Rhodes as the champion taking on more fit. I think Orton is probably at the peak of his fitness of his career right now. He's jacked. The storytelling will be phenomenal. And just all around a good match for the fans.
Yeah, I definitely love that theory like you put forward, and I think for this to happen, I think that we would get to see maybe Randy Orton, the Legend Killer, back. I think that would be fun. We've seen him kind of tease the punt kick on Logan Paul at WrestleMania, so maybe this is, how Triple H loves to hint things. Maybe he's hinting at Randy maybe switching heel and taking on Cody Rhodes for that title, like you said, in an amazing long-term storytelling match between the Legacy, former, mentoree against his mentor. I think this could be a great match, and it'd be a banger story leading into the match. And I think it would just be a fun one. I think Randy deserves to be back at the top again and try to, take this WWE Championship from Cody Rhodes.
Well, we've seen what Randy's capable of still even now. The WrestleMania match he had, the triple threat, phenomenal work. It's like he didn't skip a beat. There was no ring rust on Randy. Top form, top shape, and just like you say, storytelling overall. Paul Levesque loves his cinema, and this would be a masterpiece.
Yeah, definitely be the Battle of the Cutters, the Cody Cutter versus the RKO. That could be a fun matchup to see. But there's another guy we want to talk about today, and that is Jey Uso, Yeet. And this one here, to me, it's an interesting one, because obviously Jey helped him win the WWE Championship at WrestleMania, but I think this one would kind of be a more of a longer term plan. Not too long, but it would have to take maybe Cody turning heel to take on Jey Uso, or they could maybe frame it as a star versus star match. But I do really like this one. I think Jey Uso has shown a lot of improvement over his solo time here in the WWE. The fans love him, and they get up. Pat McAfee gets on top of the announce table, for crying out loud, waving his arms in the air. So I think I would love to see this one, even if it's just, face versus face, star versus star.
I think if we do see this one anytime soon, that will be the gist of the match. Star versus star, face versus face. Opportunity for Jey Uso to hold the title that he could not get his hands on while the tribal chief was sitting at the head of the table. And now in saying this as well, Jey Uso did win the #1 contenders match on Raw to take on Damian Priest. However, storyline-wise, I think it makes more sense to slap Jey Uso into a Cody Rhodes match, and you got a great match, and it's another notch on Cody's belt for title defenses. I mean, Jey Uso, as you said, a very established solo competitor since leaving the Bloodline, and a match built from respect.
Yeah, and the reason I could see him dethroning Cody Rhodes is because maybe in a couple of months' time, when, the fans may be getting sick of Cody Rhodes as champion, maybe it's kind of getting stale, they want a new champion. I think Jey Uso is the guy they're going to turn to, because the fans love this guy at the moment. He's right up there with LA Knight on crowd interaction. So I really like this match, and I really do think I could see him winning this one. But the next guy we're going to talk about here today is the Ring General, Gunther. And yes, obviously, Gunther coming off that 660-day run as the IC champion. And I think right now the WWE are going to throw him into the mix at the WWE Championship.
This match, out of everybody on our card, I think I would be most excited for this match. Gunther, of course, just coming off that hot reign, 666 days as the IC title holder. Best IC champion in history, and the stats are there to prove it. He's quite the heel, even though everybody loves him because he's that darn good. But I think an American Nightmare versus Gunther would be an incredible matchup.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think the whole build-up to the match would just get you right into it as well, because the Ring General is so good at cutting promos. One of the main reasons why he was IC champion for so long, in my opinion. Great faction leader of Imperium as well, with Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci. Sorry, holy, that's a hard one to say. But I think Gunther really deserves this. He's really showed, the WWE what he can do, his talents, and I really do think that, this could be the guy to take the title off of Cody Rhodes, because, like you said, he has so much heat behind him right now, and, it just makes sense for me for the WWE not to have a long reign with this title again. I think they're probably going to be, mixing it up a lot over time.
It should be interesting to see the route that they're going to take with Cody and this new era. But as I said before, what a match this would be to start off the new era. Because, as of right now, we don't really know what the future holds for Cody Rhodes, opponent-wise, especially with the draft coming up in 3 weeks from now. We're going to see a lot of shake-up, and who knows? Maybe Cody will have to take on another dominant faction and have to overcome even more storytelling.
Yeah, it could definitely be as well. I really like this. Like you said, it would be a phenomenal match. It'd be a phenomenal build-up, and I really do think that WWE are going to do this at some point. Does he dethrone Cody? Maybe. I could see it happening just because of how good he is, and how much drive he has behind him within the WWE as well. He's really over at this moment of time, so we could definitely see this happen. But we're gonna get into the next guy here, who a lot of you guys are probably saying here, why aren't you talking about The Rock? the final boss. And yes, this is one that I could really see happening as well, Brady. I think, The Rock, like you said, he's going away for a little bit now, but I think, maybe Cody holds on to the championship for, 6-7 months. The Rock comes back. They reveal what he handed him, and, they go forward with this match. And I could see The Rock beating Cody for the WWE Championship. I really could.
Well, yeah, The Rock coming back. I mean, wow. The fact that he's been the heel character and that he is a holder, like a big part of the WWE now, since the, I guess, rebrand, you could say. But there's been a lot of build, a lot of fun been thrown towards the possibility of The Rock versus Cody Rhodes for this championship. And like you said, I could see The Rock coming out on top as well. One of the greatest of all times. And it could set up some more bloodline heat. We could have who's the tribal chief? Who's the head of the table? Who's the high chief?
Yeah. Yeah, I really like this. I think, I'm going to put out a really, a bad, actually, you can't say bad theory, but it's one that's probably not going to happen that just kind of came through my mind. So don't take this verbatim. Don't take this to the bank. But the thought process here on this is we have the Money in the Bank coming up. What is it, July, I think, in Toronto, in Canada. Yep. So my thought process on this is, The Rock beats Cody. The Roman comes out, is jealous that The Rock, the final boss, just won his championship, beats up on The Rock. Then whoever wins the Money in the Bank cashes in, so The Rock, isn't the champion, because, with the way The Rock's schedule is, he can't really be the champion, in my opinion, unless he's full-time with wrestling. So maybe we see him beat Cody, win the championship, he's celebrating, Roman comes in, spears him, whatever it may be, and that sets up their feud, and then, you have the Money in the Bank winner come down and cash it into, whoever it is to be that full-time champion again.
There's so many different roads you can travel down. No pun intended, of course. But there's just so many different options the WWE can take right now. And honestly, it's so refreshing to not know that we're just going to have Roman versus Brock as the end game yet again. So it's so nice to see fresh content and believable as well. I mean, everything that's been going on over WrestleMania weekend especially. We've seen the AJ and the LA Knight. They were getting down at the press conference, brawling and everything else. So, I mean, the realism is here. The Rock, we've seen him. We've seen him with the mic. We've heard him swear. We've heard him threaten people's jobs. I would love to see The Rock take on Cody for the championship.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I think that one would be a banger, but we're going to get into the one that I believe is the most likely to happen here, and that is Seth freaking Rollins. As you see, Seth Rollins, he lost his World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania to Drew McIntyre, and then Drew McIntyre lost to Damian Priest with the cash-in. But, I mean, this is an interesting one for me because what really happened here with Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes going into WrestleMania is that Seth Rollins gave up his WrestleMania success. He lost that match the first night. He lost the match the second night. He gave up his WrestleMania so that Cody could complete the story. So the way that I could see this moving forward is, Seth maybe attacks Cody, turns heel, and they have a big feud and a big match because Seth Rollins is upset. We did see the handshake after the match. Connor is a sign of respect, but we've seen Seth Rollins in the past turn his back on his friends. So why couldn't we see it again with Cody Rhodes?
Yeah, I loved having Seth Rollins here at number one. For me as well, this one makes the most sense. Seth Rollins still hasn't defeated Cody Rhodes 1v1, I believe. So, I mean, these things got to be weighing on Seth. And as you said, Seth Rollins lost his WrestleMania because of Cody Rhodes. Now, I know he didn't have to lend a hand in night one, but, I mean, what a match it was, for just to say. Great tag match. Seth Rollins always putting on a show. And then night 2, going out after getting the beat down by the Bloodline, taking on Drew. And like you say, he did lose. And who knows? He could be very bitter, and that handshake could have been just for show. And maybe Cody Rhodes got a steel chair coming toward him soon.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't put it past Seth to do this. I think this is kind of the way that I could see the WWE going with Seth Rollins, because it's kind of up in the air on what's next for him right now. You don't really see him back in the World Heavyweight title picture. You don't really know what's happening with him, but I think the way to go here is for him to turn back on Cody Rhodes and set up a good feud for them. I think this could be a great match between both these competitors. Seth tries to, get his revenge on Cody for costing him his WrestleMania, and Cody is just trying to beat him up for, hitting him with a steel chair or something like that.
Yeah, no doubt, for sure. And like you say, Seth Rollins. My favorite Seth Rollins is a heel Seth Rollins. Give me the ha ha ha. And even with the whoa, whoa, I think the crowd are still going to buy into Seth, no matter if he's a face or a heel or what he's doing. Seth Rollins is a money attraction. He's proven it time and time again. He's been in the WrestleMania main event, involved 2 nights in a row, ultimately costing Roman Reigns the belt, leading to Cody capitalizing, pinning Roman. So, and Seth may see this as, you have that title all because of me. So now I'm coming to take what's mine.
Yeah, definitely. And these guys are 2 of the biggest stars in the business, so it only makes sense for them to cross paths at some point while Cody Rhodes is champion. Could I see Seth Rollins beating Cody for the championship? Yes, I could, because both these guys are kind of on the same level. I know Cody is really hot right now. He's so over with finishing the story and stuff like this, but Seth is as well. When he comes in, the crowd's singing his song and cheering him on. So I think maybe turn him as heel, like you said, with the Joker laugh and the Joker voice he has, I think could be set up a banger matchup between them. But we want to hear from you guys down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on all these people we talked about today? Could you see any of them dethroning Cody? Let us know down below in the comment section. And is there anybody we missed that we should have included here? Let us know down below. We're going to get everybody's favorite topic here, which is comment of the day. And the comment of the day today goes to Brian. He says WWE just seems to be getting better and better while AEW keeps going downhill. And yes, I mean, Brady, he kind of is hitting the nail on the head right here. I mean, it just makes sense for what he's saying here. WWE is hot right now. It's hot as it's been in a long time. And AEW is trying to capitalize off that, but are failing in doing so.
Absolutely. And if you guys haven't seen the other 2 videos we posted today, those are on the AEW drama, the morale of the company and the roster itself. Just a great video. It sums everything up. But I definitely agree with Brian here. WWE, more hot now than they've been in years. AEW, with all the problems, they're kind of maybe on the way fizzling out a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to you, Brian, for commenting down below. Really appreciate seeing your comment on the video. It means the world to us that everybody here is interacting on the channel. We're building up a little community here. It's awesome. We love to see it. And if you guys enjoyed this one, make sure to go down below, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're going to be here every day bringing you wrestling content. And if you have anything that you want us to talk about, let us know down in the comment section as well. Because, we're always looking for some fresh stuff to talk about. We love talking wrestling. We could do 20 videos a day if you wanted us to. So make sure to go down below, comment below. If you want to check out one of those videos we did just earlier today on AEW, it'll be popping up on your screen right now. But as always, I've been your host, Casey, alongside my co-host, Brady. We'll catch you in the next one. Yeet.